You look gorgeous.
Thank you. Very important at this moment.
Life, love, and diets never run smoothly for Bridget Jones. Her name has now become shorthand to describe any troubled 30-something woman looking for Mr. Perfect. But the film picks up where the last one left off, with her in the arms of her Mr. Perfect, Mark Darcy.
But this year, there was one crucial difference. Nice jumper.
My mother's taste never falters.
Never.
The woman with the big bottom who deserves love. You know, it may not feel very radical to you, but for a lot of women, it's a big standalone issue.
So Renée Zellweger has once again drawn admiring gasps for undergoing the ordeal of putting on so much weight she became a size 12. But the first film made $280 million, so getting the stars to have another go should have been easy. Renée Zellweger, though, had all sorts of Bridget Jones-type anxieties.
Bridget Jones.
No, I'm Bridget Jones. Initially, I wasn't sure if her story hadn't been told, and if, she had more stories to tell, if they were relevant anymore. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if what we were going to do was going to be substantial enough a film on its own that, what happened before wouldn't matter.
Also, you had to put the weight back on again, didn't you?
Yeah, but that had nothing to do with when I was, leery.
Really?
Yeah. It's not a big deal. It's,
For a lot of Bridget Joneses out there, it's a huge deal, isn't it? It's the one thing that everyone thinks about. They think, I cannot believe that any woman would voluntarily put on weight.
I think that any woman who was approached with the opportunity to play a character like Bridget Jones would jump at the chance.
Okay, James, we have 13 hours of this trip. I need some in-flight entertainment. Why don't you tell me, in detail, the story of your school netball tour?
And it was even worse with Hugh Grant. It wasn't Bridget he was worried about. It was acting altogether.
It's very difficult to get me to do any films nowadays. This was no exception. I don't know why I've slightly lost interest in terms of acting. The other factor was that Daniel Cleaver doesn't really exist in the second book. So they'd invented this role for him, which was all very well, but I didn't feel it was very Danielish in the first draft I read, and so I just made a lot of Queenie tantrums and had a lot of rewrites done.
Now, you're going to sit outside, or am I going to have to drag you?
Oh, you're going to have to drag me.
Eventually, he agreed. He even agreed to another feeble fight with Colin Firth. Indeed, the film is said by some critics to be better than the first. So, a happy ending appears to be looming. But it appears that Bridget Jones isn't the only one with a few insecurities and doubts. David Sillito, BBC News.